afternoon, my friends. There are a lot of people I work with who have been using a program of neuroplasticity to rewire their brains and heal from chronic illness for like 1 to 2 years and haven't seen any significant results. And there's a lot of people in the world who are trying to change in some way and are stuck and don't know why. This is for all of you. So it doesn't matter what you're doing, doesn't matter what you're trying to accomplish. If you are stuck, there are 4 things that you need to change in order to move forward, no matter what it is, no matter what. First one, what you give your attention to. Your attention creates your reality. It creates your feeling states. It's a reflection of your priorities. You know, where energy goes, where attention flows. So if we're giving our attention to negative things, we're going to stay stuck in a negative place. If we're giving it to something positive, to things that have a forward momentum, we're going to move forward. That goes with the second one, how you feel. Focus on changing how you feel. If you don't know how to do that, find resources, learn how. But how we feel determines our chemical state, determines our metabolism, determines our brain function, determines our limbic function in particular. And no matter, even if you've been, using a neuroplastic approach and going through all the motions of using tools every day consistently, but you haven't actually changed how you feel and you're still predominantly in a state of fear or despair or obsession and looping all day long, you can be doing all the tools and still be completely stuck in those patterns. So what you're doing on the outside doesn't necessarily mean it's affecting how you feel. Focus on figuring out how to change how you feel. All my other videos point to how to do that, but that's key. If you've been feeling the same, you should be getting the same results. Guaranteed. If you change how you feel, you change your results. Your limbic system is your emotional center, so that's that. The third one, how you spend your time. A lot of people want to recover, but they don't want the inconvenience of doing their day differently and finding time to practice and actually changing, pausing and stopping and interrupting their own day to be able to interrupt a trauma loop. If we don't interrupt trauma loops when they're happening, they're going to perpetuate your symptoms. And in that case, you're saying that you're choosing your illness. If you boil it down, that's what's happening. If you're not willing to inconvenience yourself for the sake of fitting your practice in and changing your belief system and changing your perspective and changing your values, then you are choosing what you already have, which is what's perpetuating your illness. It's really inconvenient to be chronically ill. It's really inconvenient to recover too while you're recovering. Once you've recovered, once you've built new stable brain function, it is so convenient to have a really functional brain. Like, I can't even tell you how incredibly convenient it is to have a brain that always works. So either it's permanent inconvenience or it's temporary inconvenience, but pick one. The fourth thing that ties into that, your priorities. Your priorities are a part of the patterns that are keeping you stuck, your values. And when we're in limbic impairment in particular, our priorities are usually survival-based, meaning you're just trying to make money, you're trying to survive the day, you're trying to survive or cope with your symptoms. You're just trying to get shit done so you can get the day done and get to tomorrow or get through this somehow. And it's all survival based. So we've got to change our priorities. We've got to make how we feel and our own well-being more important than getting shit done. Otherwise, if you realize it now, it's really hard to get things done when your limbic system's impaired. Like if we're in fight, flight, freeze, being productive, that's not going to happen. Like, especially not in any kind of, way that is sustainable or comfortable where we can do it and be healthy. When you make how you feel and your well-being more important than getting things done, you build a stable brain and nervous system and a strong sense of self-worth from which productivity flows as an expression of wholeness and an expression of your value system instead of just the how you're just surviving today and just trying to hold it together. Very, very different. So those are the 4 things to focus on if you are stuck. Love you guys.